Hello everyone, I am Prathamesh Barve with my friend Dsa Patil welcomes you all to EnggTutes, where engineering is made easy. I am super excited because we are starting new series of GUI applications. In this series, we will be making various super looking, super amazing GUI applications. But for that, you will require basic knowledge of fundamentals of programming like if else, for loop, structures, array, etc. If you don't have this knowledge or you want to just brush up your knowledge, we have a very amazing great course on our site www.enggtutes.com. In that we have course Dsa Prerequisite Course. In this course, all these concepts are very clearly explained. Also, we have taken some amazing applications for this concept. Okay, so have a visit on www.enggtutes.com and have a look on this course. Okay, for this course we are going to use Visual Studio 2019. We have already uploaded how to download and how to configure Visual Studio 2019. It is very important video because you have to do certain configurations to get started with this course. Okay, so just have a look on that video, download it, configure it, and then come back. And now we will start developing the application. So our first application is simple login application. So in prerequisite video, we have made this application. Okay, this is simple login application. We are taking username and password from user, and then we are checking if username equal to EnggTutes and password equal to EnggTutes @123. Then we are just printing welcome to EnggTutes. If this is not the case, we are printing please try again. Okay, so if you run this application, you will get output like this. So we have already inserted username and password, and if you press enter, welcome to EnggTutes. If password wasn't correct, it will display please try again. Okay, so we are going to make same application but using GUI. So after applying GUI, your application will look like something like this. Yes, see, it is very nice looking application. So enter username, let's copy username, then password. See, we are not the application is not showing password. Yes, and we have a special button for login, and also here it is our logo EnggTutes. So if you press login, yes, welcome to EnggTutes, right? So same application we are making with GUI. So for making this application, just open your Visual Studio. Okay, so this is very important. See guys, you have to make application with me. Don't just watch the video and say मैं बाद में करके देखूंगा. नहीं, you have to develop this application with me right now. So let's see how we can make this application. So basically every application has two ends, front end and back end. Okay, front end means the end with which user is going to interact. So this is my front end with which user is going to interact. User will enter its username, password, press on this login button, will see this image. This is all is front end, and back end means where we are going to write code for this application. So this is my back end in which I have written whole code for executing this application, and just click on design. Yes, this is the front end which I have designed. So we are going to when we are going to develop application, we have measured two tasks: develop first front end and then develop back end and attach both to each other. Okay, so let's start with a fresh application. Just open Visual Studio 19. So Windows Form Application .NET Framework and Windows Form .NET Framework. Just click on there and yes, next. Just enter your project details, project name, then location. We have already seen this in the configuration of Visual Studio, right? So just enter. Yes, we will get this window when we created the project. Now, let's see. This is form. So form is a basic element of your GUI application. It is nothing but a window. Okay, and we have to apply these UI elements, means user interface elements, to create our application. So we need to drag and drop these UI elements onto our form. Okay, so UI elements are the elements which is going to interact with user. Yes, so first let's see our output first that we have created. Yes, so we have to create this application. So see carefully, we have two text boxes, two labels, one button and one picture. Now what is text box, what is button, what is label, we will see. Just minimize that. Yes. So first we need two text boxes. So into your toolbox, search for text box. Yes. Just click and drag it over your form. Yes, it's that simple. Okay. This is first text box. Now we want another. So just copy and paste. Control C, Control V. Yes, you will get another. Just align them. And yes, we have created two text boxes. Now what we want? We want a button. So search button in your toolbox. Where is button? Yes, B. Drag it over here. Align it for yes. Okay, so button is created. Now last thing remaining is picture. So how to create picture? It is very simple. Okay, just search picture box in your toolbox. Yes, picture box. Drag over here. Yes, this will be your picture box. Okay, so basic alignment or design of our form is completed. Now we have to change all UI elements properties. Now what is property? Let's see. So first we will apply an image over here. Yes. Okay. So for select this picture box, single click, not double click. Okay. Single click, and you will get this properties window. So these properties are nothing but properties of picture box. In this property of picture box, you will see image property. Just browse that. Then local source, import. Yes, and select the picture you want on that location. We want our logo. Yes. Okay. So after clicking OK, you will not see the picture because just click on this small arrow. Okay, and picture mode and stretch image. Yes. Now you will see the picture in picture box. Okay, just click and just now resize that picture box as your need. Okay. So we have created image successfully. Now we want two labels here. Yes, username and password. So just come to toolbox, label, drag it over here. Yes, and copy and paste. Okay, I am sure you are making this application with me. If not, then just pause the video, start making application. It is very important. ये देख के आपको कुछ नहीं समझ में आने वाला है. जब आप करने जाओगे तो कुछ नहीं याद रहेगा. So just make application with me. Yes, now it is created. Now we have to change properties of these two text boxes. Okay. For every UI element, two properties are very important. First is name and second is text. Just go to its name property. Yes, name is nothing but its variable ID. Just change it to, let's say, username TB. TB username. What it will show, it is text box for username. If I want to access this text box in a backend, I will refer that text box with its name. Okay, and what is text? Just come to text. And yes, this is text property. Let's write over there, let's say username. Okay, whatever, and click enter. Yes, so user will be here. So text is nothing but the string which is visible to user at front end, and name is a string which means developer is going to access that UI element with name in the backend. Okay, we will see how to access and all this thing. Just keep this in mind. So we want the text box blank, so just remove it. Yes, and just set it name property to password TB. Yes, TB underscore password. While giving the name, just follow one syntax or semantics. Like we are using TB underscore password. TB represent it is a text box, and password represents it's a text box for password. You can choose your own syntax. Okay, so button. Yes, same. Our name will be button underscore login. Now see, just go to our output window. Yes, so my button text should be login. Name can be whatever you want. Okay, so just come to button and change its text property to login. Text is what? It is a string which is visible to user at front end. So as long as, yes, it will be login. Now label 1. Its text property should be changed to username. Yes, and this password. Perfect. We are not changing its name property because in backend code we will not access those labels element. Okay, so that's why the name property we don't want. Last two things are remaining. Just switch to output window. Yes, if you can see here, the name of this form is login application, and here we have our logo. Okay, so if we want to set this, we can set this with forms property. Okay, so select form, go to property and change its text to, yes, the default text is form 1, change it to login application. So you will see login application over here, and for changing this logo, go to its icon property. Yes, icon, just browse your logo. Yes. For choosing logo, your logo must be in .ico file. Okay. If you don't have ICO file, don't worry. Go to your internet browser. Just type .jpg or .png, whatever file you have, to ICO converter, and you will see a website where you can convert your picture to .ico and just upload that picture over here. So you will see the logo over here. So we have developed our front end completely. Let's run and see how it looks. For running the application, press Ctrl F5. Okay. So it will build. Build means simply compiling the application. Yes. Yes. Build 1 succeeded, and this is how our application is looking. Same as that of the previous created application. Yes. But if you can see, there are two problems. Okay, first one is background color of form is gray, but I think white is very good looking rather than gray. So we have to change that, and just if we maximize this application, all these UI elements go at the left partition of your form. These all elements must be at center of form. Okay, so just close the, yes, select form. Change background color property of that form. There must be background color, yes, and change it to white. Let's say button highlight. Yes, it will work. So your background changed to white, and now for centering all UI elements, select all UI elements, just like we use for PPT. Yes, so all UI elements are selected, and change its anchor property. Yes, by default its anchor property will be top left, means when you maximize the form, the top distance and left distance of these UI elements will be same, whatever with the size of form. That's why when we maximize the form, these all UI elements get separated to left position. For centering those UI elements, just change, click on top and left. Okay, so it will be white. That means when we maximize or minimize or change the size of form, the UI element will be centered. Okay, so just run the form again. Yes, and yes, build 1 succeeded, and now change its size. Whatever may be the size, UI elements will be centered at your application. Okay, and background color is also changed. Yes, just close it. Now what we have to do? Now we have to write backend and connect those our front end and backend with it. So okay, so what we have to do? Let's discuss the logic first. Okay, I'm sure you have developed the front end till now. If not, just pause the video, develop the front end, and then get back to this. Okay, so what we have to do exactly? See, whenever user will click on this login button, what we have to do? We have to fetch the username which user is going to enter in this text box. Then we have to fetch the password, and in backend we have to check if this password and username is same as correct password or not, right? So we have to code for this click event of this login button. Means when user will click on login, we have to execute some code. Okay, so just double click on this login button. Yes, it will shift to backend, and if you see private void button login click. Okay, so what is this? Private means this function is private, not public. Void, it's its return type. Button underscore login underscore click, its function name. What is button underscore login? The name property of that login button which we have set. Okay, so and click means this is click event. When user will click on this button, the code which we are going to return in this function will execute. Okay, now see, this is very important topic. We have coded this code in CPP language for command line interface, right? So we can copy and paste this code over here. Simply copy and paste. Okay, so just copy all this code from this. We need these two strings also. Yes, copy and just paste it over here. Now what changes we need to made in this code? Okay, so we don't need cin and cout functions, right? Because cin and cout are for console or command line. Here we are in GUI. So just replace this cin and cout function whenever it is. Just delete it. Then these two functions. Yes. Delete and delete. Okay. So we will require two strings, username and password, for storing username and password. Now we have to initialize those strings with the given username and password from user. So how it will be do? So username equal to, that means we are assigning some value to this string username. What value we are going to assign? The same value which is given by user. Now think properly. Where user is entering the value in text box of username, right? We have set the name property of that text box to use tb underscore username. So we have to write, yes, username equal to tb underscore username. Yes, that means this text box dot text, capital T. Yes. What it will do, it will copy the text from first text box, that is username text box, to our string username. Same we have to do with password. Password equal to tb underscore password dot text. Perfect. So we have username and password with us. Now we are checking if username equal to EnggTutes and password equal to EnggTutes at 123. Then we have to display welcome to EnggTutes or please try again message to user. Okay. So if you remember, in our output that we have created already, there was a pop-up window saying that welcome to EnggTutes. How to create that pop-up window? It is very simple. The pop-up window is called as message box. So write message box. Yes, second one, dot show, means we are showing message box, bracket, and in double quotes, just write welcome to EnggTutes. Yes, a semicolon. And in else part, just copy this message box and write please try again. What it will be do? After clicking login application, this whole code will be executed. So we are copying username.text into username string, password.text into password string. Then we are checking if username equal to EnggTutes and password equal to EnggTutes at the rate 123. If this is the case, we are showing a pop-up window or message box saying welcome to EnggTutes, else show pop-up window showing try again. Okay. So we have created backend and front end, both ends. And if you can see, we have just copy and pasted a CPP code over here and just change cin and cout statement. Okay, it is very easy to write backend if you have the fundamental knowledge of C and CPP. Okay, so just run the application now. Enter username and let's see what will be the password. Okay, so password is, yes, this is the problem, right? The password should be star, but here all the characters are visible. So how to do that? It is very simple, not at all difficult. Okay, just close this. Yes, in design, select password text box, and in property, yes, this is property, password char, just type star over there. What it will do, it will replace all the characters by star, right? So just close and again run the application. Yes, now it will work very smoothly. Yes, username, then password, it must show star. Yes, we got it. And press login. Welcome to EnggTutes. Yes, we have developed our first application successfully. Okay, so very simple now. Just we have to drag and drop UI elements and write backend logic. Okay, connecting the UI elements with backend. Yes, we have seen TB, that is name of text box dot text. Okay, and for showing output you can use message box. Okay, so that's all. So this application is completed. Now let's increase our difficulty level slightly. Okay, so we are going to develop a calculator application using GUI. Okay, so let's see what our command line application of calculator look like. Okay, so this is the code for command line application. This is menu driven application. If you don't know menu driven application, it is worth watching our switch case video from Dsa Prerequisite Course. It is worth watching. Your command line application with menu driven code will look like amazing. Okay, so if you run this code, yes, this is the output. So enter number, let's say 5, enter number to 7. Yes, this is menu. So whole application is driven by using this menu. So click on first, let's say addition. Yes, addition 5 plus 7 is 12. Then again we are asking user enter number 1, let's say 4, 3, and now press exit, that is 5. Yes, thank you for using program. Okay, so this is called as menu driven application. Now we want to make GUI version of this calculator. So just pause the video, think logically what changes we should make in our login application program which we have developed currently. Okay, so basically what we will require a text box for entering number 1, then another text box for entering number 2, and then label or text box both can be used for displaying the result. And under all these 3 text boxes we will need 4 buttons displaying add, multiplication, subtraction and division, right? So just pause the video, try to develop this front end by your own. If you have any error or query, you can reach us at letstalk@enggtutes.com, or you can use comment box as well. So just pause the video and try to develop front end. Now let's develop front end. Okay, so we will require another text box. Just select all these 2 text boxes and 2 label and just put them slightly in upper. Yes. 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 Now we will require another label and text box for displaying the result. So just copy and paste. Yes. Perfect. So this will be text property of this label will be result. Just select this. You have select yes. Yes. Text property will be result. Perfect. Then its text should be blank and its name should be TB_result. Yes. Yes. And since we have copied this text box and created this text box, we need to change this password character property. it will be star for now. Yes, we need to blank it. Means we will see result in characters. Now we have to change name of two text boxes also. Name for this was username. Let's say TB underscore number 1. Yes, and TB underscore number 2. If you can think logically, this name is nothing but variable which we are going to use in backend for referring these UI elements, right? Then what we will need 3 more buttons for subtraction, multiplication and division. So just copy and paste. Yes, and just arrange them in horizontal order. Yes, and one more. Yes, perfect. Okay, now let's change properties of all these buttons. Name, let's say button add. Then text property of this will be let's say only give plus. Don't write any character. Plus, yes. Then it should be button underscore minus or sub, anything you want as per your choice. Then text will be yes minus. Perfect. Now we have to configure or we have to write backend code for all these 4 buttons, right? What application will look like? Press Ctrl F5. Let's see output first. Now these 2 labels are remaining. Just change this text property number 1 and number 2. And I think this text box has password as star. I think just check that. Password kya? Yes, remove that star. Yes. This is not at all now password text box. Okay. Now let's say how our front is looking. Just run the application and yes, build started. Yes, build succeeded. Yes. So just test. Enter some number. Yes, fine. Fine. Then click. It is clickable. Yes, this is clickable. Click. Okay. See. The code we have written for login application is still attached with this button. Okay, this is our original button of login. We have copy pasted all the buttons from it. Okay, so we have to change that code. Okay, we will do that. Next, again, one thing is remaining. You can write result over here, just as this. Okay, so we don't want that. User must not enter any value in this result text box. This is wrong. So we have to change that. Okay, so let's see how we can change that. Select this and you will see read only property. Read only, yes. Just it is false default. Just change it to true. So now this text box is read only. User can't enter any value in this text box. So our front end is done. Okay, this login application. Just change this text to calculator. Select form and go to text property. And yes, calculator. Perfect. We have done it our front end part. Now let's code for this all 4 buttons. Just double click on plus. Yes, this is code for button add click. Means when user will click on plus button, this code will be executed. What we have to do? We have to fetch value from number 1 text box, number 2 text box. Just add them and display it into result text box. How? Yes, int number 1, int number 2. We will require 2 numbers of integer, or you can use float or double as per your choice. Number 2, yes. Next, in next line, number 1 equal to what? TB underscore number 1 dot text. Okay, so it will show error because this text value is nothing but string, and what we are doing, we are assigning string to a number. We don't want that, so we need to convert this string into integer. How we can do that? Just just put the cursor at start, print int 32, int 32, enter, dot parse, parse, and in bracket put tb, and complete bracket after dot text. What it will do, it will convert your string into integer of 32 bits and then assign it to number. Same for number 2. Just change its names and number 2 dot text. Next, what we have to do, we have to display our result in result text box. Now write tb underscore result. This is our result text box. Dot text equal to number 1 plus number 2. So it will also give you an error, because now what we are doing, we are assigning integer value to a string value. It is not valid, right? So we have to convert this integer into string. So it is very simple. Just put bracket number 1 plus number 2, then bracket complete, dot to string. First option, and put brackets. What it will do, it will add number 1 plus number 2, then convert that integer to string, and then it will assign this result value to text box result dot text. So let's check if this button is working or not. Let's Control F, and hopefully it is working, right? So let's see. It's 5, 7, and click on add. We got our result, right? So this is very simple. We all know what logic we have used behind this. We have created C or CPP program like this. It is same. Just we have to see how we can apply the same logic to GUI. Now just pause the video and write same code for all these buttons: minus, plus, division, multiply. What you have to do, you have to just change the sign of this. So just stop and write down all the code for all the buttons. Just change this sign. This is sub. Done. Next button, multiplication. Copy and paste. Done. And last. So this is now division button, means our original login button. So just clear all this code. We don't want this, and right over there our number division code. Perfect. Our calculator is ready. So now let's check how it is working. I hope you have also created it. So just take your calculator. Enter, let's say 132 plus 265. Plus addition is this. Let's say minus, subtraction is this, into this is multiplication, and so it will give 0, because what we have done, we have declared those number 1 and number 2 as integer variable, and this division will be in double. So just slight change you have to do. Just close this and go to backend. Just replace this int with double. No, this int. Double, and change this int 32 to double dot parse. So it will convert all your integers into double, mean floating point number, and that's it. So we have written the code for addition only. You have to write this code for all the 3 buttons. So let's say 34.73. And 23.35, and click on add button. Add. So it will not work for these 3 buttons because we have not written. It is your task. just copy this add buttons code to all these buttons and check if floating point operations are working or not. Okay, so our application is complete. We have created a simple calculator using GUI. Isn't that exciting? But I know some of you might thinking, यार ये कैसा कैलकुलेटर है, ऐसा कोई कैलकुलेटर होता है क्या? मतलब ये तो अगेन दैट कमांड लाइन एप्लीकेशन जैसा ही हुआ. हाँ, एक्चुअल कैलकुलेटर तो ऐसा नहीं होता. एक्चुअल कैलकुलेटर कैसा होता है? This is how look actual calculator. Okay, so if you can see, this is not Windows calculator. We have made this. We have our logo here. Okay, so let's demonstrate this calculator. Let's say 45.33 plus, let's say 5 into 6 divide 9 equal to, yes. So this is how actual calculator look like, right? So on the next Monday we are going to see how to code for this calculator. This is super looking. We have created in this dark mode because I like dark mode. Until now, just try to develop the basic calculator by yourself without watching this video. Okay, you have to develop this calculator 2 times. First while watching the video, and next after watching the video by yourself, and try to make different applications GUI with our basic concepts, right? So we will meet on next Monday, on which we are going to make the dark mode calculator. Okay, if you have any doubt or any error, just put that error or doubt in comment section, or you can mail us at letstalk@enggtutes.com. And if you want to brush up your basic sessions of fundamentals of programming, just watch our prerequisite course. It is very free and we have developed this course very nicely. It is having video lectures, then quizzes, programming assignment, all one pack solution is available here and it is free. Okay, so thanks for joining EnggTutes, where engineering is made easy.